I knew it. You know, I didn't want it to happen. I didn't want it to happen. But I knew it had to happen, man. Man, Rachel, Rachel. Why? Oh my God. So Tower of God episode 12. This happened. Oh boy. People had told me. They literally said to me, "Fuck Rachel." And they weren't talking in you know, the inappropriate way. They told me fuck Rachel. And now I see why. The ultimate betrayal here. And this was such a cool episode, and this is like part of it being so cool because this episode had a lot of like thematically it was really breaking at that wall that the show has of the characters acting selfishly until the very end. The characters at this point have realized that working together is what's successful. We get Endorsi and Anak. Endorsi's not going to betray Anak, even no matter what Ren says or whatever the king may think or the people in charge might think. There's this movement to climb the tower together. Khun is working hard at it. The whatever it is, spear people are working hard at it. Everybody's working together toward the same goal. And it was this cool thing because all along this way, it seems like the tower sort of rewards people that stab each other in the back and use other people and just sort of go about things on their own way. It seems like anybody that has climbed it before, I guess, it seems like that's the type of personality those people may have. And just when you think that the show is sort of getting away from that, and I don't think I'm not saying this is a bad thing in the show. I think this is great, but just as a fan of the narrative, this hit me right in the gut, man. It was perfect. So kudos to the writer. Whoever wrote Tower of God. Good job, because this was. If you wanted to make me hate a character, I really hate Rachel now. Speaking of characters that don't hate, we get Yuri back. Yuri has this cool, badass, kick-ass scene with Ren, and she has her friend guy with the hammer basically finish him off. She comes in, says like, "These are my sisters," referring to Anak and Endorsi. Yuri is an interesting character. I wish we had seen like more of her. She's showed up like here and there a couple times. I know a lot of people refer to her as like best girl in the show, and I kind of didn't see why until she got a lot of like bonus points for me in this episode because she is really badass and seemingly like nice toward people, which seems not too common in this world. She steps up to the plate and proves what it is to be a badass administrator princess of Zahad or Jahad, whatever it is. So I'm assuming she's clearly stronger than Endorsi and Anak. So I guess that she's like a higher stage than them in terms of the sisterhood, I guess. But yeah, she's badass. She's back. She is waifu material. Don't get me wrong. I'm still an Endorsi guy for now. Until maybe I don't know if I could find out some more about Yuri's like background and stuff like that. Maybe, but whatever. You didn't come here for that. We also get interesting thing. Khun's brother, or I'm saying brother. I think somebody in his family. I mean, they look a lot alike. Sorry to like assume blue hair, blue eyed people. I guess I'm just guessing that they're related. He also knows. They both know the same princess, I believe. Somebody that Khun would really want to see, and he says that he can take him to her. And you don't know how much like deception lies in that or something like that. And clearly, this guy is in on some sort of like backhand deal because he disables the cameras in the tower during like the test. We don't know how this is tied to the director at all, but I'm assuming he has his hands in there. Uh, there's also like other people apparently that came with this guy. Uh, Somebody tries to go after, I think it's Loro is his name, the sleeping guy, and you see like his big wave controller Kamehameha wave blast somebody away. And then the swordsman guy, I'm sorry, I don't remember a lot of people's names, but the swordsman guy, he basically comes in and intervenes between Kun and this guy, and you get this sense of camaraderie. Like this is like I feel like we've been working for 11 to 12 episodes to develop camaraderie between these complete strangers. And, a lot of them didn't go into this quest thinking that they would walk out with comrades. And I think that's really, really cool. How the characters have grown and changed over time, and how like you look at the relationship between Anakin and Dorsey, and Kun, and literally like everybody around him, and even like Rack himself has had some development, but he's still like the same old Rack and stuff like that. He refuses to run away from things, but he still cares about comrades. But it has this great buildup of that camaraderie, and then Rachel comes and ruins it. God damn it, Rachel! Why you gotta ruin it? I get why you gotta ruin it, because we got a whole lot more episodes I'm assuming that they're going to make, and we got a whole lot more webtoon to cover. Because as far as I understand it, I think this first series is just like an intro kind of part, almost like a prologue type of thing. I could be wrong about that. I am anime only, so try to avoid spoilers in the comment section, but let me know if I have that about right. This is like a prologue-y sort of thing, or at least maybe just like the first arc, I guess. We do get one more episode next week. That's going to be exciting. And in that episode, I'm curious where we go with Bam, because I feel really bad for Bam. This is one of the it's not the worst I have felt for an anime character, because there's you watch an anime like now and then here and there, and you learn how to really feel bad for people. But this poor kid, this girl that was literally the light of his world, the girl that meant everything to him, pushes him off into the abyss and says, "No, we're not climbing, I'm climbing." And for what reason, I don't know. It just does not seem... Like, as the scene was happening, I was picturing it in my head, and I was just like, no, come on. And I was like, she's gonna do something here. I thought that she was gonna, like, somehow, like, get through and then block him off or something somehow, but I guess, like, pushing him off, I'm glad that's really lame. I don't know why I thought that, but I'm glad she pushes him off, because that's super impactful, and just the seeing him fall off of this thing, out of the bubble, after he just had this badass moment where he beat the bull. He got swallowed up in it and exploded the friggin' thing. Like, this guy has done everything he can for this girl who left him behind, and this is what he gets paid with. I feel really bad for him. And as much as I liked him throughout this series, I like how optimistic he is. I like how much he cares for Rachel and cares for his friends and stuff like that. I really wouldn't blame him if he has some serious problems connecting with people after this. And if he is a far more jaded character in episodes to come, that's, completely what I expect. Hopefully he can recover from this. I mean, he is the protagonist of this, and like I said, it seems like we got a lot more to go. But man, do I feel bad for Bam. I am now sign my name on the petition of the sign up sheet for the I Hate Rachel Club. Who knows if by season 2 or 3 she gets some redemption. She's gonna have to work hard at it, because this is fucked up. But I imagine Bam, it's going to be interesting to see how different he is from here on out. What's his like his like revenge now going to be his motivation? Is he going to focus more on helping Khun and Rak and Anak and Dorsey and all the friends that he's made? Are those friends going to be enough for him to sort of pull himself out of like this potential like depression or whatever he's about to experience? I'm assuming he's going to survive, by the way, because like I said, we got a lot more. I don't think he's going to like fall to his death here. I'm interested to see what happens with the director and what kind of shady deals were going on during this thing, because it seems like the director and the administrators and Yuri and her like team and sort of like the royalty and the people in charge here, it doesn't seem like everybody's on the same page. It does not seem very checked and balanced. It seems pretty corrupt. It seems like people are sort of doing what they want to do, kind of on both sides. I guess you could say maybe Yuri is probably doing some stuff that's not very princess-like. But the director, I don't trust that guy either. And clearly his own, the people that work with him don't really trust him that much either. So I'm really excited to see where that goes. I can't wait for next week's episode, the finale of season 1 of Tower of God. Really looking forward to it. What did you guys think about this episode? Let me know down below. Are you also in the I Hate Rachel Club? Please, I want to know. I really hope I'm not alone there. What did you really like about this episode? What are you liking about this series as a whole? Keep in mind, I'm anime only. Please try to avoid spoilers. If you like what I'm doing here, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I also have a Patreon. If you want to help me out there'll be a link to that in the box down below. Not mandatory, but if you want to help out the channel. Thank you to everybody who helps me out currently on Patreon. Thank you so much for watching. It means a lot to me. My name is Miasma, and I'll see you next time.